Hello everybody, I'm Sarah Jane Critchley. I'm the author of A Different Joy, The Parent's Guide to Living Better with Autism, Dyslexia, ADHD and more. Now today what I want to talk to you about is fun and play. Now sometimes raising children who are different is really tough going, and we have to fight for every single thing that we want to achieve, and we have to work really hard, and we're busy planning everything and just trying to get through from one day to the next. I absolutely get it. I've been there. Sometimes it's incredibly tough. But you know what? You've got to have some joy and some fun and some play in your life as well. And that's not always easy to achieve. It really isn't. Sometimes you really have to work at it. So what I'm going to say to you today is don't forget to play. And if you're going to play and have fun, you're going to have to plan it. If you don't plan it, it might not happen. Especially when you're going through a really tough time, it's really useful to look at your calendar to find a space where you can actually find something joyful to do. There are big things and there are little things that you can do. So a big thing might be getting to go away on holiday if you're lucky enough to be able to afford to be able to do that. It may be a very small thing. Your daily joy may be a tiny thing. It may be having fun and just sitting down quietly with a cup of coffee and feeling better. One of the things I really like to do is try and make it a daily practice. So to do something every day, every single day, that makes you feel happier and that you're playing. So in my case, what we do is I sit down every morning and I plan 5 key things for what I want to do with my family. And one of those is around being present, being really present with them, having a bit of a laugh, having fun and just enjoying ourselves. And we giggle all the time. I mean, sometimes it's utterly inappropriate and I couldn't possibly repeat any of it in polite company, or maybe even in impolite company, but it makes us laugh. We have a great time together, and that's really so important. It's the glue that keeps families together, and that is really important. So that I have to do, and the way that I make that work is I make it visible. I have to make it visible to me. I have to make it something that I commit to, and I do that actually in my case in a daily planner by writing it out every single morning. And then I think about what I'm going to do that day. And sometimes what I plan doesn't happen. Doesn't always work that way. Other things can happen. But what it does mean is that when there is the opportunity, then I take it. And it's wonderful. Especially after kids come home from work or school and they've had a chance to chill for a bit. I mentioned that in my previous video, so go back and have a look at the previous one if you didn't. But it's then that we have a chance to have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a giggle. The other thing for longer term plans, is to put it on the calendar. Make sure that you have the opportunity to have fun and play with your young people and with your older people and with your partners if you can. To do that, you may need to put it on the calendar. You may need to put things in place, or it's just not going to happen. We know that. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Can't remember who said that, but it's really annoyingly good advice. In order to be able to do that and feel happy doing it, unfortunately, the advice from my good old Gran is what sticks in my mind. So when I was young, I spent holiday times with my grandmother on a farm. It's fantastic, really lovely free-range childhood. And we had a lovely time travelling around and spending time with each other. We'd go and see things, we'd go out for tea to one of those really lovely old world coffee shops where they have black and white beams and people wearing uniform that looked like it had come out of Downton Abbey with a black dress and a white pinny, and I used to have the most gorgeous chocolate eclair. I've still got a thing for chocolate eclairs, which are choux pastry things with chocolate on the top and cream in. Not good for the waistline, but great fun for bonding. But we would always have a thing where we had to do the chores first. So my gran had things she had to do in the morning, and we would always make the beds, clean down the stairs, do the dusting, make sure that the milk stuff was washed because we had cows and made our own milk and sometimes butter as well. And all of those things had to be done first then we could go play. And that happens, I didn't realise then, but that happens to be incredibly good autism practice. First you do the thing you need to do, and then you get to play. And you can make that really tangible by drawing it on a whiteboard or something like that. Just goes to show, never mess with what your granny told you. And finally, I said it'd be a quick one today, record the things that you're grateful for. And they make a huge, huge difference. One of the things that we know is that if you record 3 things that you're grateful for each day for 1 month, it gives you 3 months worth of improved self-esteem. So you feel better if you notice the things that you're really grateful for. And the reason that that works is that you've got a little part of your brain called the reticular activating system, or RAS, and what it does is it notices things that you are familiar with or things that you focus on. It's the same way that if you buy a particular brand of car, you'll suddenly see that car everywhere. So I've got a little Polo, a minty black, we call her. She's a little tiny Volkswagen Polo. And I didn't notice Polos until I started looking for them, until I thought I'd like to buy one. That part of your brain recognises and rewards you by focusing on that. That's why it's so important to focus on really positive things. So that's the little bit of fun for this week. So I would like you to go away and see what you can do to plan fun activities for you and your family. Make it fun, play, enjoy yourselves. Go away this week and speak your truth, honour your struggles, and live happier lives of your own choosing. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.